Okay, here we go again. Welcome for the ride on Automedics. You know what we do? You know how we do it. Now, we're talking about cooling system. We want to demystify the myth around the cooling system, most especially the overheating, the so-called overheating in this part of the world. And what I mean by this part of the world is I'm talking of us in Nigeria and the West African coast or African. You know, we talk about when a car comes into this country, Nigeria, we say Nigeria is very hot. We want to tropicalize the engines, the so-called tropicalization. And I wonder when I first heard that word, tropicalize, I said, what are we talking about? We're talking about tropicalizing a car. Are we going to change the season of the car? This is when we drive it or not? Okay, now, demystifying cooling system. There's so much to talk about when we talk about cooling system because it's a vast area of automotive if we're talking about cooling system because there's so many things connected with it. You have your thermostat, which is one of the myths. We have the cooling fan. You have the belt. You have the hoses. Name it, you have it. Even the coolant itself, we have it. But we're going to be talking about the topic one at a time. For example, let's pick the overheating. What causes overheating? Because a lot of people complain about their vehicles overheating, and the first thing they want to do is remove the thermostat or direct the fan. That's the first thing. Or they want to change the radiator to a double cell radiator, a larger radiator that can hold more coolant. That's what we know how to do in this part of the world. And that's one of the things the mechanics, the local mechanics now, I won't say all mechanics, some of the local mechanics, and some, not all, will tell the vehicle owner that, oh, Oga, we need to change the radiator to double cell, or we need to remove your thermostat. Why is the thermostat in your engine? Why was it placed there? It's there for a reason. Of course, we believe that this place is hot, like we live in a desert. We don't. And there's some other part of the world that's hotter than Nigeria that people live and they don't remove the thermostat in their vehicle, which we do every time a car gets in here. And some of these vehicles we use today, you run the risk of damaging the engine when you do remove the thermostat. So let's pick the thermostat for 1 second and talk about the thermostat. Your thermostat is in your engine for a reason. And the reason why it's in there is to bring the engine to an optimum operating temperature quickly when you start it at a rest, most especially in the morning or when the car has been sitting for over an hour. The engine will have cooled down a little bit. With your thermostat in there, it brings the engine to an optimum temperature. But here we believe that when it's in there, we run the risk of the vehicle overheating. Yes, if it's bad, it will cause the engine to overheat if the thermostat is bad. But being in there, being inside your engine, is just part of the cooling system, something that works with the cooling system to bring the engine to an optimum temperature. And there's other advantage of the thermostat being in your engine. But today, this is where we're going to park the ride for today. Next time, when we come back on the ride, when we go on this journey together, we'll be talking about the advantage of thermostat in your engine. And on that note, good day.